So if you're FSG in and you think that they're great owners of the football club, are you happy at what you're looking at? Because this is what happens when you don't refresh the team. This video is being sponsored by our friends at Spitch, the best fantasy football manager game on the App Store, bar none. Why is it the best? You don't have to commit to an entire season. You can play individual game weeks if you want, choosing a brand new team every single weekend. Right now there's a new season mode where you can win up to £50,000, and there's even a free season mode with prizes of up to £2,500. Seasons mode is based on 34 game weeks and only your best 5 are counted at the end of the season. There are tons of stats and analytics available inside the app to help you choose your team and give you the best chance of winning. If the money and the gameplay wasn't enough to tempt you, how about Jurgen Klopp being an ambassador for Spitch this season? If it's good enough for Mr. Klopp, it's good enough for me. You must be 18 years or over to play. Use our link in the description below to download Spitch and win money with your football knowledge. What is that something that is off? Honestly, don't know, man. Don't know. I feel like something's off. I don't want to add, I don't want to start guessing because I could be way off. I could be completely wrong and everything could be tickety-boo with the club and it could be a form or a blip. I don't know. But if you think back to Milner having a go of Van Dijk and you think back to how we've performed and the fact that we've been lethargic, outrun, not starting games quickly, it just feels off. It feels like something is off. And I don't know what that is. Trent was jogging. He needs a humbling. He jogged and then he stood there as the man cut back inside. He jogged off and I commented before the goal, watch. He was jogging back. I said he's not even looking at where the ball is coming from or his man. Stands there. Then his man beside him gets the ball, goes past Trent like he was non-existent. And Trent just stands there then. Doesn't get back into the penalty area. Doesn't try to come in case he cuts inside. Stands there on the edge of the penalty box looking at it unfold. I'm sorry. That is not good enough. I'm absolutely stunned, mate. You know I'm a Leeds fan, but I like to see your lot doing well. I can see Jota coming on and it being a big second half. Don't think it's over. You have some special moments in the Champions League. Look, we can turn this group around at some point, maybe, yes. We can get out of this group and go into the competition to knockout stages, yes. But how do you go through 45 minutes as a manager with that level of performance from 3 or 4 players and not hook them, not pull them off, not make an example of them, and not show to other players who are sitting on the bench that if you don't perform to the levels required, you're cut. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get a start. You're not going to get the shirt. What message is Jurgen Klopp sending right now to the rest of the squad when no matter how shit Trent plays, no matter how shit Gomez is, no matter how bad James Milner is, no matter how invisible Mohamed Salah is, doesn't matter. You're going to get picked. You're going to play. I don't know what message that sends. Honestly, I've never seen this from Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp. I've never seen us be so passive, so accepting of our fate, so demoralised. It's worrying. It's very worrying. Killer bro. Man, I said it during commentary. I said it before the goal even happened. The dude is standing there. I'm looking at him right now. Standing there. Hands on his motherfucking hips. As the player goes by him and then Gomez has to start trying to sprint back and it's calamitous. And that's being kind. Sean said, you've been figured out by every team and Klopp's in denial. See, here's the really worrying part, Sean. Napoli haven't even had to play well. We've basically gone out there and done their job for them. So, if Napoli have an early onslaught and they're playing some sexy football and they're ripping us to shreds and we're giving it everything, but we're just... You understand it a bit more. But what we're seeing is players who couldn't be arsed. Players who are looking for an easy out. Players who don't have the courage. And that's unacceptable. And it's unacceptable for a manager to accept that level of mediocrity. £85 million striker doesn't even get the nod to start. Milner off. Do you know what? At this point, it doesn't even matter. Because the idea of bringing Thiago on and maybe him getting an injury and being out for longer worries me more now than getting beaten 6 or 7-0. So I honestly don't know if it's worth putting Thiago out there to try and stem the flow because I don't want him picking up an injury. So at this point, Honestly, I'd whip off Trent. I'd put Milner at right back. I'd whip off Gomez. I'd put Matip on. I'd stick Arthur in midfield. And that's it, maybe. If I can find a way to get Darwin on, so be it. But ultimately, our defence has been shambolic. Shambolic over there. Put Trent in midfield. He shouldn't be anywhere near the fucking team. You don't get to jog back as a professional footballer. You don't get to jog back and put your hands on your hips in a Champions League game away. You don't get to do that. You don't get that luxury. James Pearce has tweeted, would be amazed if Milner or Gomez emerged for the second half. Is there something wrong with him having the balls to say Trent as well? By the way, Mr. Pearce, love James Pearce, huge fan. But yes, Milner's been shit. Yes, Gomez has been shit. But Trent has been shit longer. So why does he get a pass from the media? Because he's a Scouser? Fuck it, he's shit. He's playing shit. Call it as you see it. Grow a pair. People in the media have the chance to influence others with their opinion. Do your job. Craig, I've waited so long to redeem this, but holy shit, we've been awful. Trent dreaming. Salah, I don't know where he is. Milner, I was laughing at him. And I'm a Liverpool fan, by the way. Hayden, I don't think you're on your own, my friend, at the moment, wondering what planet we're in, because we're not getting a response. We're not getting what we've always got from this group under Klopp, which is a response, a fight. We're too easy now. We're just rolling over. We're accepting our fate, and that's a damning sign. And again, don't forget, they missed the penalty. Alisson stood big and made a good save. Other than that, God knows what this could be. And they hit the post, yeah, in the first 42 seconds, Neil. 42 seconds of the game and we're not even keeping it tight. 42 seconds of the game and Osimhen is free to skip in behind us. What were we working on the training ground? What was the plan? Surely, keep it tight, make no mistakes, be compact, get through the first 15 minutes and ease your way in. Common sense away stuff in Europe. No, go out there and daydream, lads. Daydream. At least Trent will get a rest during the World Cup, because there's no fucking way Southgate's going to pick him in that form. Has Salah's contract caused others to be pissed off? No. Sure, look, every player has their own chance to negotiate. Van Dijk negotiated his deal, signed it, was happy with it. Alisson negotiated his deal, signed it, was happy with it. Salah negotiated his deal, signed it, was happy with it. It's the scapegoats. The scapegoats are our owners and our manager right now, because they're the ones that are overseeing this. They're the ones that are accepting this. They're the ones that couldn't find a midfielder from January when they knew that Tchouaméni was going to Real Madrid through to the end of the window. They're the ones that have told us that we can't improve on it. They're the ones that have told us we've got no money. They're the ones that come out with the excuses time after time, and too many fucking idiots are buying their lies year after year, season after season, window after window. No matter how many of us stand up and say this is rinse and repeat shit that we hear every year, we are being told, and I told everybody, as soon as the window closed, wait for the articles to start coming out about how fucking brilliant FSG are at generating money. The window closed, and straight away, look at the Athletic and others. Liverpool surpassed Manchester United for revenue. Liverpool achieved record 602 million turnover. Brilliant! But Manchester United have backed their manager to the tune of 200 odd million quid. Meanwhile, Jurgen Klopp's signing prospects. And that's the fact. So if you're FSG in and you think that they're great owners of the football club, are you happy at what you're looking at? Because this is what happens when you don't refresh the team. This is what happens when players start to know they can get away with shit because there's nobody there to replace them, or the manager hasn't got the nuts to drag them off. This is what happens.